They broke up. So why are they having dinner together now? One quiet Sunday night in Calabasas was enough to reignite one of Hollywood's most talked about questions. Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, no longer engaged, officially separated, were suddenly seen together again. Not on a red carpet, not for publicity, but at a low-key dinner with their daughter, moving through the evening like a family that never quite disappeared. According to publicly available reporting, the two reunited for a casual restaurant outing, joined by their 9-month-old baby girl, Saga Blade. No entourage, no statements, just a moment that felt intentional and impossible for fans to ignore. Megan Fox was spotted arriving first, carrying Saga on her hip, keeping a low profile behind sunglasses. Dressed in a relaxed purple sweatsuit and sneakers, she didn't look like someone making a statement. She looked like a mother on a normal night out. Minutes later, MGK was seen holding their daughter as they exited the restaurant together, calm and unbothered, dressed down in a black t-shirt and loose pants. What made the sighting stand out wasn't just that they were together. It was how they were together. Witnesses described them as relaxed, present, and in good spirits. No visible tension, no awkward distance. Just two parents moving in sync, focused on their child. And that's where the questions begin. Because this isn't just any celebrity pairing. Megan Fox and MGK first met in 2020 on the set of Midnight in the Switchgrass. Their connection quickly became public, intense, and highly scrutinized. By 2022, they were engaged. What followed was a relationship defined by passion, breakups, reconciliations, and constant speculation, until things appeared to quietly end in late 2024, while Fox was pregnant with their first child together. In May 2024, Megan gave birth to their daughter. A month later, the couple revealed her full name, Saga Blade, Foxbaker. Even then, the tone had shifted. There were no big interviews, no joint announcements about their relationship status, just silence and distance. Or at least, that's how it seemed. Since the breakup, Megan and MGK have been spotted together more than once. A family day at the Los Angeles Zoo, a vacation in Costa Rica with their daughter, and now this dinner, a moment that feels small on the surface, but carries a lot of weight underneath. Because earlier this month, a source told people that the two haven't been together in a real way for a long time, and that whatever they had romantically is done. That statement seemed definitive, final, and yet their actions keep complicating the narrative. MGK himself addressed the speculation in his own way, posting a cryptic Instagram story that read, "Mainstream gossip media is so corn," pushing back on how the situation has been framed. Not a denial, not a confirmation, just enough ambiguity to keep the conversation alive. So what does this dinner actually mean? Is it simply two co-parents prioritizing stability for their child? Or is it something more nuanced? A relationship that no longer fits traditional labels, but hasn't fully closed either? To understand that, you have to look at what hasn't been said, and what keeps happening anyway. Because when two people who supposedly moved on continue showing up together, quietly and consistently, it raises a different kind of question, one that doesn't fit neatly into headlines, and the answer may say more about modern relationships than about celebrity drama. What makes this situation especially complex is that Megan Fox and MGK aren't just exes trying to figure things out. They're building a shared life around a child, while carrying very public histories of love, conflict, and reinvention. According to people close to the situation, their relationship didn't end with a dramatic fallout. Instead, it slowly shifted. By late 2024, while Megan was pregnant, they reportedly stepped away from the romantic side of their partnership, not with a loud announcement, but with distance, and a decision to focus on what came next. That context matters, because since becoming parents, their interactions have followed a pattern. They show up together for moments that matter, not staged appearances, not promotional events, but family-oriented settings that suggest intention. The LA Zoo, a vacation abroad, now dinner in Calabasas. Each sighting adds another layer to a story that refuses to settle, and yet, publicly, nothing has been redefined. Megan Fox has remained private, stepping back from the spotlight more than at any other point in her career. MGK, meanwhile, has continued working, posting selectively, and occasionally responding to rumors without addressing the core question directly. When speculation flares up, it's usually followed by silence, or moments like this dinner, which speak without explaining. It's also worth remembering that this isn't either of their first experience navigating co-parenting. MGK is already a father to his teenage daughter, Casey, whom he shares with his former partner, Emma Cannon. Megan, too, has 3 children from her previous marriage to Brian Austin Green. Both have spoken in the past about the importance of protecting their kids from chaos, headlines, and unnecessary pressure. That history may explain why their current dynamic looks so measured. Instead of cutting ties completely, they seem to have chosen consistency, familiarity, presence. And that choice can look confusing from the outside, especially in a culture that expects clean breaks and clear labels. But real life rarely works that way. Sources suggest that while romance may no longer define their bond, mutual respect and shared responsibility still do. And when you factor in a 9-month-old child, it becomes easier to understand why boundaries might look different than fans expect. The dinner itself was unremarkable by celebrity standards. No PDA, no spectacle, no statements afterward. But that's exactly why it matters. It wasn't meant to be seen, it just happened to be noticed. And that raises another question. If this were just about co-parenting, why does it continue to spark so much attention? Part of the answer lies in how Megan and MGK's relationship has always defied expectations. From the beginning, it was intense, unconventional, and openly emotional. When something like that ends, people don't just move on. They watch to see what replaces it. Is it closure? Is it evolution? Or is it a quieter version of connection that no longer needs public validation? Right now, there's no official answer. And maybe that's intentional. Because what's clear is this. Whatever their relationship looks like today, it's being shaped deliberately, not impulsively. And every time they are seen together, it reinforces the same message. This story isn't about drama anymore. It's about adaptation, and that shift may be the most revealing chapter yet. What happens next may not be a reunion in the way fans imagine, but it could be something far more realistic. In recent years, celebrity relationships have started to look different, less performative, less defined by public milestones, more shaped by long-term responsibility. Megan Fox and MGK now sit right at the center of that shift. According to publicly available reporting, those close to the pair describe their current relationship as stable, intentional, and centered on their daughter. That doesn't mean the past has been erased. It means it's been reframed. The intensity that once defined their romance appears to have been redirected into something quieter: coordination, communication, and showing up when it counts. That's why sightings like this dinner matter more than flashy red carpet moments ever could. They signal routine. And routine is often the clearest indicator of how two people truly relate behind the scenes. At the same time, sources have been careful with language, emphasizing that whatever romantic chapter once existed is, for now, closed. A People source recently stated that they haven't been together in a real way for a long time, suggesting that while affection and respect remain, expectations have shifted. MGK's own response to the speculation has been telling. Instead of clarifying or denying rumors directly, he dismissed the noise around it, a subtle reminder that not every relationship status needs to be explained in real time. And Megan's silence may speak even louder. After years of being dissected online, she appears to be choosing privacy over narrative control, less reacting, less correcting, more living. That alone marks a significant change from earlier phases of her public life. What's emerging now is not a comeback story or a breakup saga, but an example of how two highly visible people can redefine connection without performing it. They may never label what this is. They may never address it publicly. And that ambiguity may be exactly what allows it to function, because at the center of this story isn't speculation. It's a child, and every decision seems to orbit that reality. So, the real question may not be whether Megan Fox and MGK are getting back together. It may be whether they're quietly building something new, one that doesn't need headlines to exist. And as long as moments like this keep happening, the story isn't finished. It's just being written differently. If you want to understand how modern celebrity relationships are evolving, and why so many no longer fit the old patterns, the next chapter is already unfolding.